Let's get back to the plab. So we were migrating to an opaque type for the position type. We were not completely done yet because we would like to make it possible for it to be deconstructed, because every now and then we actually do need that, but we like it controlled. But we would like to make it more visible when we're constructing one, because this is the place where it's going to be dangerous, whether or not we are swapping arguments again. So I'll probably do this one first because it's easier. How can I discourage non-analysis construction? Well, the easy way to do that is just to rename the constructor and see where it hangs. The problem is, if I do that, I'm gonna blow up the second one at the same time. So the answer to that would be to write a custom pattern that would allow deconstruction, yet to change the constructor name. Of course, I don't know by heart how to do this, so I'm probably gonna have to ask the compiler for a lot of help about this. But let's see how far we can go about this. So gotta be called pattern. Now I'm really gonna have to take a look at the GHC manual for this. So GHC on coding game is some crazy old thing, probably 8.8.4. Does that exist? Nah. Do I have 4843? Got it. Yeah, very, very old. Can I get an index on that? So how did this antique compiler do its custom patterns? Extensions. We are looking for data types and type synonyms. That could be it, because it's not any of. Oh, pattern synonyms. That's the one. So how do those work? So we want pattern pass yx. No, is that app? Okay, equals, just equals. So we deconstruct the mk pass here of yx. Simple. Does that compile? Huh. Do I need to enable it? Most likely. Different error. Maybe more parentheses are in order. No, not there yet. What more am I missing? Unidirectional is mostly what I want, so possibly could make it easier. Still parse error. Really, those shouldn't be necessary. Oh well, if that doesn't work, I'm not gonna waste too much time over it, since I do not have any of those bugs detected yet. The other way to do could be to just look around for them. So we've got one position generation here. Those are checked right now as being valid, and they're abstract coordinates anyway. This one here is exactly the kind of illegal decomposition I want to be worried about. So this one's correct for now, well, at least I think. I'll check it some other time because I really am not using any sector related information yet. But this one, yeah, is one I will most likely want to get rid of at some point. Do I have any more? Oh, and here's a lot of them. So this is the exact reason why I want to get rid of them. Let me check and see if I can merge those right now. So do I have any other case of move being used as a function? I've got one here in apply order. Yeah, this is really the kind of shit I wanted to get rid of in the first place. I've got one more here to generate the moves. Both of these I could do well with the monadic specialization. This one here can certainly do with it too. So can this one, and it would actually simplify it. Whoa, the wrong one. Could you case sensitive, please? Okay, so what I am gonna do right now is change it so positions can really only be in bounds. I'll put a remark about this here. So back to, well, at least compiling for now. Wrong code, yeah, I'll try and see about that later. Well, indeed, now it's an mkpass, so this one is deconstructing it to format it, and it's one of those few operations that perform the coordinate swap. And that's what we want. Distance, this one doesn't care about the ordering, so I'll give it a pass as well. Why do I even need this? Ah, okay. So not that useful in this context where everything has to go and pass over the island test, but it's okay for now. And move, this is the one I really want to get rid of. So the obvious thing here would be to return a maybe, because any of these can walk out of bounds and we want to be checking that. So those are the pattern uses, which are fine, but I'm having trouble putting them the other way. And those are the constructor uses, and those I want to be particularly careful and not ever get a position out of bounds. I already forgot how I used to test for that, but I've got those positions. Yeah, something like on map, which really should be something private now since I'm never gonna need to use it again. But for internal use, that's the thing I want. So where was my error? I want something like filter or a guard or yeah, filter's fine. Something like that. Yeah, mkpass here. Yeah, well, please let me. This one, analyze. Yeah, so this one is also one of the two cases where I want to swap the coordinates. This one is valid. It's the opposing one. And now let's just say for now, this is what we want to do. Yeah. Okay. And of course we changed the type so it's gonna crash everywhere else. So let's update it. Well, this one is the one we do not need anymore. Easy one. The island check we still need for now, but I am gonna want to factor that as well. So it's not really a guard anymore, it can be an unfiltered too. No? What's wrong then? Maybe pass. Oh yeah, I'm not returning the correct type anymore. So I'm gonna want maybe to list of that. No? Pass prime is a move. It's maybe pass. So I do not need a pure here anymore. Wait, what am I doing here? I'm changing too much. Sorry, so I'm gonna be git diffing here, which you can't see because of my setup. But what exactly was I even doing at the time? Apply order. So this is that's for my opponent detection, if I recall correctly. So we've got An archipelago of cells. Yeah, this means island or not island. Someday maybe I'll give it a dedicated data type. Current assumed opponent position and the signal we got. So when we get a move, we just move it and check he's still on the map. So there is really no need for that much complication anymore. That's going to be currently exactly what the move operation does. So no need for a pass prime. We're going to have our move call here. So move pass in whatever heading. We filter, we maybe to list this should type check better. And what am I getting wrong here? I'm missing a dot. And what else? And I'm missing not putting this here, and this was actually wrong before. Well, one fewer bugs. How about here? We're iterating the move. Well, this time it's gonna be some form of a monadic iteration, I suppose. Is there anything like that in control monad? There isn't. Well, no matter, it's just so we have our position and we map next. So the idea here is that instead of checking here, well, the on map is not necessary anymore. The island check I still need. So yeah, well, for now I'll keep it simple and actually just keep it this way and intercalate a bit of a cat maybes here. No, that's not good enough because the type changes in the middle, so I'm still am gonna have. Oh, but actually that's exactly an unfold operation, isn't it? That's an unfold. P moves, it's maybe or not, and I just need this as a new position and as a new seed. Do I have a dupe operation now? No, I don't, so I'll write it. That's a standard utility. So what's wrong with this one? Maybe pass. I'm gonna need a refresher here. Yeah, with the dot. Yeah, that sounds like what I wanted. Oh, except yeah, I need to dupe it and sequence it. So now this gives me, this still gives me a list of maybe that I'm gonna have to cat maybes. And this is okay now, cool. What do I need to change? Yes, this one has the same issue. I have a move here that's now returning a maybe. So let's make it a map maybe. And I can just lift this. This is one of those cases where I've got a direct one to put. Yeah, well, for now, what's this one? Reachable destination. So that's one's just giving the ones that are around me. The island check is part of the trail check at the bottom. So this one first does not require the on-map check anymore. Now I'm gonna need to put a list here. So reachable destination, I expect to be a list of pass. I think it's currently a list of maybe pass. And heading right. No more typos than needed. So what do I need to do? Oh, this is gonna be. Do I have a Kleisli operation for this? This is one of those where I need to look at it real hard and think for a while. So I want to do the move operation on the right and expand its monad to the one on the left. I think they're more thinking. How about I browse control arrow and look for what I need? How is it not imported? It's not imported. Yes, it is. Okay, it doesn't compile. So, what am I looking for right now? One of those, right? One of those. I think all I need to do is run Kleisli on it. Where's my error now? So instead of id, I'm gonna have a pure here. And I want to have run Kleisli at some level, which might be here. Yeah, that's almost like what I wanted, except I'm getting a list of maybe, so I need some form of a map maybe anyway. And now what's wrong? So it should be a Kleisli, maybe heading. Why two headings? That's not right. What's the Kleisli definition? Kleisli monad from A to B, so it should be maybe from heading to pair of heading and position. So do I not need the... That's too involved task code for that late in the night, but it's the weekend, everybody's confined, it's the perfect time to do this. So let's do it differently. What should be the type of this? Let's go like this. What's the type of pure And move, yeah, I need to define a move with the correct type or a similar enough type. So the type of move for now is position to heading gives maybe position. So let move position is going to be this. Heading is going to be an integer. I'm lacking the, and the result is maybe a position. So it's just going to be this. I'd like this one to be at least 0. Yeah, so this ought to be similar enough. So now what's the type of pure and move thingy here? It's got the type B, so that's what's replacing my heading. Heading gives a functor of a heading and it may be right. Now type of run closely, that doesn't compile. That's bad. And the type of map, that is a bit better, but I still want to lift that maybe out. Well, both of them for that matter. So let's keep staring at it very intently until we find it. This lifting operation should be doable per element. So I do not actually want to run this yet. So it's run closely of this applied to an integer. No, let's go back. This is type B2 thingy. So this can be applied to one of those, which gives this. And what's the type of run closely? It should be, oh, I don't have an explicit closely. So let's make one. But that's kind of ridiculous if I need to apply it just to run it. No, what I want is just to sequence this. No need to go for the complicated stuff. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's what I wanted. Why did I go for complex stuff again? I want to sequence that. Do I need pure? Yes, I think I need pure. Oh no, because it's, no, it still doesn't work because it's not a by. Yeah, it does work if my pair is in the correct, but that's kind of dumb luck. Let's get this one back. Yeah, type of this kept my functor because I actually didn't want, that's just Haskell stupidness. I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, so this is, has the correct type of what I want. Now it's just a matter of applying them in the right direction. So we map this to all IDs and to all of them. I also map sequence, and it happens that this time they can compose properly. What are we getting? Much better. Yeah, well, not that much. So I get a list of maybe. This is where I'd want to map maybe. That's better. There, compiles. Told you. Don't do Haskell late at night. No more error. This is kind of weird. No, because I'm filtering. So yeah, I am eliminating my complexity in this single line. This is fine. Where's the next error? Where were we? Move. Okay. Apply silence. This one's applied personally. I'm gonna have to rename those functions at some point. So apply silence personally just means find the position where it goes afterwards. How do I even choose? I don't remember. Do I silence 0? Yeah, I silence 0. Well, that's another reason. I could have chosen to silence further. So let's do exactly that. So silence action, if I do not have a silence, means stay in place, and apply silence if I do have a silence action. Well, this one is gonna actually have a problem because now I do not know anymore whether or not I am able to go that far. Well, I mean, that's a programmer problem. So I am gonna keep iterating this. This is something I've already done for the converse, parsing the silence, and I did this with an unfold. And that's because I wanted to keep them this time. Iteration ought to be enough. So we start with a position and move. This feels wrong. I want to be able to abort this if I'm moving out of the map, but this would require me to change the outside logic. So I'm currently moving 0. This is fine. I'm just gonna have a mismatch if I have any other distance than 0. So if I have a 0, I return it. What would that be? That would be this. And if I get any silence of non-zero, I'm gonna get a runtime error. Let's at least mark it as such. Like that. Well, this compiles again. Quite a big change to get back to nothing. No, sorry, just play it. This is just the usual check that I didn't break too much here. I'm losing to Nemo, well, okay. But I'm still playing something that looks like a complete match, so this is submittable. Yeah, this is fine. So let's take a quick look at what did I change. I'm not using applicative or arrow. Well, okay, but I will eventually. I really should show you my other window, or you're not going to make much sense of this. Where can I put it? I've got window sources all over. Let's call it terminal. Yeah, I don't know why OBS doesn't see it, does not find it, does not want me to be able to show it to you unless it's... Yeah, well, okay, sorry, trust me, I'm running git diff here, just making sure that's the only change I'm gonna commit. And for now, yes it is. So just update the flag. So I have not discouraged non-analysis construction enough, but I have tolerated deconstruction. And I'll get back to this. I just need to do some arcane dark invocations with the Haskell syntax. So I'll be back with this. Let's call that the... Yeah, let's not call that. Actually, I'm not done here. I still need to make sure I've got this move function, but the point was it was always combined with that movable one, and I haven't really done that yet. This one's not used anymore, and it really should be used because, come on, it does exactly what we want all the time. Checking we're still on the map and not on some place we decided we did not want to go back, for example, our trail or the islands. So this I do want to keep. What I can do is remove the range check, because this one's not necessary anymore now that we've only got legal positions. What I do want is to check every place. I used to be doing this and I'm not yet. So for example, one here, I'm filtering here, not arch. Well, no, this is movable arch now, right? Yes, you bet it is. Surface, no change here. This one, recognize that. There anymore. This one is not even needed anymore since this cannot happen anymore. This one is our famous movable. Well, this one's kind of ridiculous to simplify, but let's be extensive about this. And those two could likely be simplified too, because yeah, completely. So that's movable. With regard to the trail, that's still in the second position. Anymore? No, that's it. Okay, let's run that again just to be sure. So channel says I refactored too much, yet I play a much longer match against the boss. Well, that doesn't prove anything. This is why I have git. Let's diff this it again. Yeah, that was a bug actually. Fewer bugs. Cool. Compiles. Well, before I commit, I'm gonna submit anyway. Nothing beats that. Well, I mean, while the platform is still responsive. Ha ha ha. Yeah, still mid-bronze stuff. That's fine. Movable is a very bad name now. Or is it? No, what's a bad name is calling this an archipelago because now it's just an allowance map. How do I call this? It's well, it's mostly trail for now. No, it's the opposite of reachable. But trail's incorrect, but I mean within the context, I'm mostly gonna remember what I mean with this. I've got a move pass age here with a maybe to list in the end. This could be generalized further. How about instead of having just here, I get a pure and I make this word in Kanani monad plus fine. This would let me remove that. And merge those lines because there's no reason to make the code longer than needed. What's the length for now? 287. This one here, how does this one work? This one's an unfold R of maybe. Well, of what used to be a maybe but could be any monad for now. Nah, this one's correct as is. Let's just merge those. I'm gonna need to make something much more information theoretically correct here anyway, so this code will die in a few days. Any other ones? One here. And this one is okay. Could this one be checked in advance? Because that's not something that's going to be a function of where in the BFS we are. So yeah, there is an argument to fuse those. That's the ranking. Oh, that's much worse now. Is this serious? Or is it just a thing lagging? Oh no, come on, he can't beat me now. So what am I? Oh, the famous copycat strategy. Well, yes, I do have to admit this run is way worse than before, so I may have introduced the bug, yay. Let's watch another one. Well, that's a very long game. That's like a maximum length game. Where he wins, but just not by that much. I'm not supposed to die now. Oh yeah, die by timeout. It's a coincidence that I reach a corner at the same time. Yeah, well, this one's gonna die by bad luck in the island part. It's like he's never gonna find me. He's just... All that's gonna happen is I'm gonna surface more often than him. And that's it, right? All I got here was me surfacing. So, someone playing with mines. My mine's handling is just do not crash when they appear in the input, but that's about all I do. And he doesn't appear to be triggering them anyway, so... Ooh, this one's gonna end up with a bad timing for a surface. If he's smart, he's got me localized from this point. I'm gonna get... No, I'm gonna get unlucky here. Well, okay, my moving is completely stupid, and that is definitely the first thing I need to change. Am I stable now? I'm just gonna check that. No, not stable, but very bad ranking. Well, I'm gonna be checking the diff. And I'm gonna be showing the diff on the chat if I manage to do that. Oops. What did I change here? Yeah, that's fine. So where's my diff? So what did I change that's relevant to the movable part? So I used to check if I'm in bounds, and this doesn't change. What about this one? I used to check I'm on the map. So this is the one Okay, that one. Used to be when I keep track of where the opponent is, I'm ensuring his previous position was not on an island, which is dumb. This one really sounds like it's better the new way. So this one generates as many moves in a single direction as it can. There's no movable here anyway. Well, this one doesn't actually terminate. And stop moving when it's not in the water anymore. So this looks correct. And this one actually used to be wrong too. But this one's not that visible because it's my opponent detection. So the worst that could happen is that I used to shoot a torpedo in a completely random place. So this one here, I changed my torpedo BFS so that the bounce check on the current node is not needed anymore. Oh, this one should be a not, shouldn't it? Well, it does sound like it's better now. One where I end in the bottom right. Oh, come on. Which one would that be? It was a long one, right? Yeah, no bottom right here. Not here either. Am I gonna have to do them all? It was around 57%. So somewhere around the 40s here. That's the one. Yeah, well, this one ends at the game timeout. We all played 300 turns, and that's it. Yeah, I do have two places where I changed a pos and a p, and I do think both of them are better the new way. Now, the one that's the weirdest is this one. Oh, this one is a skip. Yeah, so this one is wrong for the BFS. It's a skip case. BFS if it's movable is actually the case where I want to keep it. So this is not movable. What does this change from a behavior point of view? This means that I would consider my torpedo had no range at all, I suppose, which means I'd probably never shoot one, which is probably bad for the ranking, yeah. So yeah, well, boss beats me, but I'm fine with that. And submitting again. How's this? Not exactly perfect for a start, but maybe a bit better than last time. Well, thanks to chat for finding my bugs. Yeah, this one's a lot more. I like this better. This one's a hell of a lot more. How does this actually rank? This thing is so slow. Come on. You can do better than that guy just above. IDE, where are you? Are you crashed? Do I need to try again? Okay, this is just the site. Show again. Kind of better. Now close this one. So this is the one I wanted to see. So we're tight for lives, but my movement is still as bad, and I'm betting this is the reason why it's not gonna work. Oh no, he actually shot me out. Oh, shot and then I needed to surface. Okay, well that's fine enough. Ranking still mid-bronze, which is where I started, so this is to be expected. Well, with all of this, I completely forgot where I was in the plan. This is not going very fast, is it? Talking slows me down. Yeah, discouraging non-analysis construction will come on later. So git diff again. Oh, I do not need the language extension since I'm not using it. So let's call that more pos type factoring. So what's next? Extracting the IO operation. Yes, this was very messy for now. So let's see what we can do in that area. What are the IO operations for now? So we're gonna just, even if it doesn't change anything, parsing the beginning, just this here is gonna have its own name. So I'm gonna call it, well, I'm not using my ID yet. So for now, it's really gonna be as simple as archipelago. What is this statement called? And for now, it's the inputs of the first turn. That's a bad name. We should change it. Anyway, let's call this the game start input, which is gonna be this. Oops, this. Yeah, we'll just return it, huh? So this is a bit better. And write action to std out. That's a template comment. I don't want to see this anymore. And it's gonna be the game start output. I am gonna wanna write something with a comment around here, which is well, determine start position, because that's definitely something I'm gonna have to come back with instead of this stupid thing here, which is find the first one that's not an island. That's almost the case for movable, but we don't have the, the archipelago yet. Well, we kind of do. Nah, later. So game start output is just gonna be that. This one's kind of ridiculous, but it's past I own nothing. Yeah, well, that's okay. And trail 0 is my archipelago, which I'm probably not using anywhere. I mean, come on, simplify. And game loop, well, we don't even. Yeah, okay, let's keep it for now. Okay, that was easy. No, I'm still not quite sure in which order I want to have them, but that's barely relevant anyway. So game turn has a bit of IO here as well. Game turn, yeah, I'm still not parsing the sonar result. I really ought to do this. I'll do it at the same time. So the question around here is how much of this am I actually using? Input X and Y, as we saw in the previous stream, is only used here. That was the point. So that's my position. I suppose I'm using it. Yes, I am, to update the trail. That could go in a function of its own, actually. So let's try and have a small split of first parse inputs, then update knowledge base, and then tactics. So parse input used to be this, except parse opponent decision is kind of a part of it. And the opponent orders, yeah, that's still parsing. So it goes to there. Applying opponent orders, not parsing anymore. That's part of the knowledge base management, so we'll keep it separate. First part here. Okay, now the knowledge management. So the trail is a part of that. I'll be compiling every now and then to make sure I don't have a variable crossing the ordering line. Opponent cover update, that's knowledge base management. Well, so is all of that, so I'm just going to move tactics down where. And the rest, yes, is my actual logic. And this is turn output, which I am gonna want to keep separate. So let's go with this. Still compilable. Okay. What are the variables I'm actually using in this? In the inputs, my pass is used for the trail and the knowledge base, so I'm gonna need to keep it. Those two are only there to feed my pass, so I don't need it now. Oh, that's not the end of it. Let's move this lower. Opponent orders I most likely need, if only for knowledge base management. Is that it? Yeah, actually, the rest is not a turn input, but some status. I'm passing myself from a turn to the other, so this could actually be all I need. So parse turn inputs, which is going to be all of that. Oh wait, do those need, I hope not, any of the rest? So my ID is an int. This doesn't really warrant a new type for now. And string, opponent orders, string, you can't be serious. Keeping this for later. I don't want to be having a string in the end. What did I do? Where did I mess this up? Oh, raw. No, not raw. Cooked. List of signals, that's better. Here. Now what? My ID not in scope. My pass. Sorry. Which means it's not an ID, an integer anymore. It's a pass. Okay, this compiles. Well, that part at least. Oh, I was using the torpedo cooldown and the silence cooldown and the torpedo cooldown. Okay, well, I'm gonna make all of them available because in the end I am gonna use all of them. Those actually ought to be an array. So position, that's part of the base stuff. I'm gonna want the array of cooldowns. And the signal. Like that. So I'm gonna need to define this part. So this is just, that's not even parse, that's read the inputs. Position. Cooldowns is gonna be an array of, yeah, all cooldowns. Let's cheat because I don't want to have all of them. And what's gonna be inside? So torpedo is gonna have this one. Sonar is gonna get the sonar. Yeah, well, it's cool down. I'm gonna just type them out. Silence and mine. So those are not unused anymore. Oh, so I'm still not using those. I am gonna have to use them in the end, but just not yet. But for knowledge management, they're very important. Silence cooldown. Yeah, so this can be lowercase. Actually, let's get a decent style around here. So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need a few instances. This is fine. So power is gonna need a lot more. Yeah, the usual stuff. And bounded. I suppose. Oh, bounded doesn't need enumerable. Okay. So torpedo cooldown is gonna be cooldowns for the torpedo. Silence cooldown is gonna be the cooldowns for the silence. This is a bit long. Why is this not a do? Anything else? Torpedo cooldown again. Okay, what did I change? I forgot. Git diff is my memory. Oh yeah, I was working on factoring the IO. So the IO, so yeah, I'm gonna write that as a to-do for later on. Okay, that's the input parsing. And yeah, I was pondering renaming those, but that's gonna be okay as is for now. So parsing here is done. Now I'm gonna need, yeah, the interpretation part. So this part is the obvious one. This apply opponent orders is going to need a better name. So this is the part where I'm really gonna distinguish between signals and actions. So those are signals. Apply opponent orders. I'm gonna call them signals. This can remain because that's the name in the IO. And the opponent cover is just repeatedly Sorry, counter trolling. So repeatedly applying the orders in sequence, that's like, no, that was here. Yeah, because I do not know the opponent's position. That's exactly the point of the game. So the opponent cover, yeah, is previous cover, apply. So I don't really need those many blocks. So yeah, an update node trail is kind of obvious. That's I don't really want to factor it out for now because the how to say, I'm not really conclusive with the form I want to give it, so it's gonna stay like this for now. And now the tactics, and those are gonna remain two. What I do want to factor out now, well, first, yeah, I put a bit of a block here because this is obviously the code's longest function, or it should be at least. This is going to get completely rewritten 500 times. Oh, I did want to rename a few of those because apply really never means the same thing whether it's a signal or an action. Or does it? No, actually. Yeah, that's another refactoring for another time. Okay, and turn output is just gonna be, I forgot how I called those. Parse, well, format turn output. Format, now send. Emit, turn output with the actions, and this one's gonna be an easy one. Well, yeah, that's it, right? Here we go. This does not need that much of a comment anymore. I think I can get rid of this. I trust this enough for now. Same for the opponent's raw orders. Sonar result, I'm still gonna need a parse. Let's put it in the plan. But this is gonna be pretty tied with the knowledge management. But at least I could parse it. And yep, here we are. Well, at least now I know where I am, so let's check. It still does mostly the same. It does not compile. Wait, I should have caught this earlier. Apply opponent orders. Yes, it's signals now. Yeah. And I'm going to want to rename the rest of it. Can I get a decent name for that part of the code? Signal stuff, knowledge stuff rather. Fuse next to, yes, I really am going to have to come back to this too, but I can't refactor everything at the same time. Now the basis is much better. No, resist. Yeah, apply order, better name. So this one is the knowledge management one. So this is all gonna be apply signal. And this is going to be um, there. So this is now signal. Okay. So this now compiles. Should, right? Yay. Good. Okay, submit and check it doesn't crash. Where's the tab? So extract IO operation done. This I'll keep for later, and parsing sonar results I'll commit now, and I'll do that because this is a short one. And then I'll perform a deep twitch operation. So just a second, I need a git diff. Really, there's whoa, no need for that many white lines in the end. I've got a few white lines around here. Where's my main? I've got some useless comments too. Yeah, like this is not really necessary. So this is factor game IO, and also give more tolerable names to the pre-extracted this is a bad run, isn't it? What am I messing up now? Or maybe, no, he just hasn't updated yet. I hope. Can I have an updated ranking, please? Pretty please. I can't really be that low. Come on, I beat people every now and then. Not out of... Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Update. Well, the other one's not bad, so I will do it too. Parse sonar results. So sonar results is an easy one. It's either a yes, no, or NA. Where's my parsing? Here it is. So sonar result is going to be parse sonar result of a get line, and I'm going to write that function somewhere else near the beginning. Yeah, around signal sonar. Yeah, this feels kind of right. Let's put it here. Parse sonar result. What do I want? I think I want something. I want a parser of a maybe bool, I suppose. And I'm really gonna write all the cases right now. So parse of NA is just not, no, not just, it's right nothing. Parse sonar result of Y. What's lagging here? I'll see later. My computer is getting crazy slow. I've kind of got to do something here. I'm pretty sure it's coding game. It's always coding game. It was doing well for the moment. What's wrong? So top of CPU, web content. Well, we all know what that means. Then again, it stopped being slow. Is this really my ranking? I'm really having a hard time believing this. Well, it's not a grand slam, but I still get the feeling I'm kind of winning a bit more than I'm losing. So why should I be this low? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Where was I? Sonar result. Yeah, so if it's a yes, it's right of a just true. If it's a no, it's right of a just false. And if it's anything else which we're gonna keep, it's left of an invalid sonar result. There. Let's see. I'm getting concerned here. My ranking should not be that low. Send help. Yeah, well, if he knows where I am, it's kind of easy. Submit again and tell me this is gonna actually update my, oh, nice name. I liked it better when I got a win for all of the 10 first matches. Yeah, coding game's broken. Who knew? But then again, my win streak is getting back on, so I'm fond enough of that. Okay, so I'm considering this done. This will be done as the parsing gets better. So, okay, let's say my code is now clean. Save, commit, and I can start working on getting silver. which means I am going to interrupt the stream because this one has the wrong title. It's gonna last like 10 seconds or so. It's just so I can get 2 separate videos for YouTube later. So see you in like 10 seconds. Well, no, maybe I'm gonna modify the stream information first. There. Be right back.